Hi, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Alright, this is the April tarot reading for Pisces, Ascendant, Moon, and Sun signs. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me and the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, so Pisces. These are your Vedic Sidereal placements, not your Western Tropical. If you don't know your placements, you can look up a free birth chart calculator online, or get a much more detailed birth chart from my website. That even has your D9 Navamsa Nakshatras, aka constellations. But your Vedic Sidereal transits, I use them to confirm what's going on in your reading. And we're going to kick things off with a Celtic cross with the tarot, and then we'll close things out with a Kipper Oracle spread. I'm going to lay out your cards, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so Pisces. Overall energy, we have the Eight of Swords. You're really overthinking here. Kind of keeping yourself stuck there. Wrapped up in your own mind. Now, heart of the matter, we have the Eight of Cups. Emotionally disconnecting. The challenge, the Five of Wands. Conflict. Maybe being a little conflicted, but really just wanting to leave a conflict behind in April. Now, your focus, the Emperor. This could be a person, this could be you. Either way, this is someone who is kind of in charge, mature, likes to be in control, or is. But the Emperor's the boss, essentially. Can even be an older masculine figure, like a father. Now, in the past, we have the Page of Cups. Some kind of emotional communication there in the past. Feeling something small. Okay. Now, your strength, judgment. Your strength is to make a transformative decision. The immediate future, we have the Hierophant. Now, Hierophant can be your beliefs. It can be a commitment. It can even be learning something. Okay. In this case, I'm leaning towards your beliefs, though. Now, supportive energy, Knight of Wands. So what's supporting the reading is some kind of passionate action that you're taking. Now, the hidden energy, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is a big change for the better. Okay, now this is hidden from you, so you're not going to see this coming. Well, you might now that, you're watching me. But, hopes and fears. We have the Devil. A lot of fear. A lot of fear. Hoping that you won't have to deal with unhealthy patterns, unhealthy situations, unhealthy people. The potential outcome, the Star. Healing, something you're wishing for. That's the outcome. So let's see what's really going on. Why the Eight of Swords? Let's dig deeper into that. Okay. Tower, Five of Cups, the Ten of Swords. Okay. So, sudden sorrow, tied to a painful ending, a betrayal. Really overthinking it. Five of Pentacles, strong sense of loss. Now, this could be something that's happened, recently. This could be something from the past. Especially because Moon is currently aspecting Mula. Mula is tied to the past. But it's also opposite Ardra, which is tied to heartbreak and pain and sorrow. Why the Eight of Cups for the heart of the matter? Okay. Six of Pentacles, the not the Magician, the Hanged Man, and the Five of Swords. Okay. For me to say Magician, with it by the Five of Swords, or with the Five of Swords being there. Whenever I get that pair, I get manipulation. But the Magician's not here. Five of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. Okay. But yeah, I'm getting that someone manipulated you financially. You kind of kept yourself stuck in the situation. But eventually I see an emotional disconnect. But yeah, you still feel that sense of loss. Okay. Why the Five of Wands? For the challenge. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So you were dealing with someone pretty immature here. This is someone who was confused, was weighing up whether or not they wanted to be single, independent. It looks like eventually that was communicated, but this is someone who was very conflicted. And it led to a conflict with that Five of Wands being there. Okay. Now, Moon, like I said, is in Ardra. Now, Ardra isn't just the Nakshatra and constellation of heartbreak and pain. It's also tied to an age difference in relationships. So, we have a Page compared to an Emperor. So, let's see the Emperor. Your focus. Wow. Devil, Wheel of Fortune, Lovers. Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So clearly, you dealt with heartbreak, you dealt with pain. But you were focused on where you were dealing with this unhealthy, toxic situation. Someone who may have been overly controlling. I'm actually getting you as the Emperor rather than this person, though. Because in the past, you're showing me a Page. Which is telling me that was that person in the past. Because I clearly got that reference earlier. But you're showing me a change from dealing with that to dealing with the Lovers. The Lovers is a true romantic soul connection. Okay. Why the Page of Cups there in the past? Three of Wands, Two of Swords, the Five of Wands. Okay, so in the past, you were looking forward to emotional communication. You were overthinking it just a little bit there in the past, but there was still conflict. Things still weren't easy there in the past. Now, that overthinking grew to an Eight of Swords. Chariot, fast. It grew fast. That overthinking and keeping yourself stuck. Okay, why Judgment for your strength? Ten of Wands, Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Okay. So this transformative decision that you're making is very difficult. Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so it required a lot of introspection, a lot of healing. But you're showing me you want to work on your emotional wish fulfillment, emotional balance. It's not easy. Now it's interesting. You're showing me the Nine of Cups, which is tied to a wish, right beside the Star, which is also a card of wishes. So why the Hierophant in the immediate future? Okay, Eight of Swords, Ace of Cups, the Magician. Alright, you're really overthinking things here. Even in the immediate future. You're trying to manifest new love that will eventually be a commitment. Chariot, you want that vast. Okay. There we go. Wasn't sure if I showed it clearly. Especially for you, Pisces, because you're not thinking clearly with the Eight of Swords everywhere in this read. Why the Knight of Wands in the supportive energy? Three of Cups, Page of Wands, the Empress. Okay. So it's supporting the reading is some passionate action being taken here. Looks like you could be bringing something together, celebrating something with an Empress. Eight of Pentacles, really working on this. Okay. So the Empress is who we valued the most. You showed me you're the Emperor. Now an Empress is showing up. Someone who is your equal. You're no longer dealing with pages. As a matter of fact, this page here, I'm getting, could be they already have a child, or you could have children with this person. But either way, I just get it as, passionate action towards this person. It may be a Knight of Wands behind it, but putting forward just a page. You don't want to scare them off. Okay. Why the Wheel of Fortune in the hidden energy here? Judgment, Seven of Cups, the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. So, there's a transformative decision that you were making, working towards your emotional balance, the emotional wish fulfillment. You're showing me that was very difficult, but what's hidden from you is that's leading to an opportunity that you're going to want to hold on to. That's going to change your life for the better. That opportunity is a commitment, full of love, like you're manifesting here. Oh. Why the Devil in the Hopes and Fears? Okay. So, the Chariot, the Moon, the Ace of Pentacles. Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Alright. So, your hope is unhealthy. It's not good for you. Now, what do I mean by that? You're hoping for a solid opportunity that you haven't seen yet, and you're hoping it happens fast. That's the problem. You're rushing it. You gotta work through your own shit. You don't want to go dragging that into what could have been a healthy relationship. Seven of Swords, I kind of get that as you betraying yourself. You sabotaging, what could be a good relationship here in the, future. So try not to rush it. Don't, try to force something to work with someone or, choose to be with someone that you don't really have feelings for, that kind of thing. Because at that point, you're not looking for, a partner who's going to truly love and care about you and you the same towards them. You're just looking for somebody so you're not lonely. Why the Star? For the potential outcome. Eight of Cups, Six of Cups, the Nine of Swords. Alright. So, emotionally disconnecting from this person that you had a strong soul connection with. I do see that. You probably even have a lot of history with this person. Six of Cups is tied to nostalgia. Moon is currently aspecting Mula, the Nakshatra of the past. But there's a lot of stress and anxiety. dealing with this person, but also emotionally disconnecting from this person. That's not easy. But I do see when you do is when you make those steps towards this wish fulfillment. Okay, Pisces. Now, this clearly makes sense because Ketu has been transiting in your 7th house. Ketu can show breaks. It can show a mental, emotional, or physical disconnect from someone. In this case, 7th house of relationships. Okay. Seven of Wands, Four of Swords, the Page of Wands. Okay. So, right now, I see you kind of on guard, a little defensive, trying to rest, trying to heal, excited for that eventual new relationship. Like I said, don't rush it. But 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You also may be blocking someone's communication. If you think that's necessary, then I agree. Maybe you're better off not communicating with that person. Okay. But let's look at your oracle cards and see what's going on there. Now, another thing I would say, though, is there could be a new romance coming up for you not too far off, because Mars is in your 5th house of romance. Now, Mars will be there all of April and all of May. So, those 2 months, you could meet someone. Well, like I said, don't rush it. Don't try to force anything. Okay. So, Pisces. Imprisonment, marriage, and courtship. Lucky you, Ketu is breaking you away from that prison. Alright. Also, family room, thief, and change. Okay. So, there was someone that you couldn't trust, that you were living with, or, had plans to live with. I see that changing. Alright, let's clarify these. Why imprisonment? Ring. Marriage will take place, either romantic or business. And bow, you are highly thought of. Okay, well, that's pretty sad. You were trapped in a relationship where you weren't highly thought of. Why marriage? Tankard, celebration, fun, enjoyment, older woman. Okay. So, especially for the older women out there, or those dealing with older women, I see you celebrating a good relationship in the future. Okay, well, courtship's here, so what about those who aren't older women or dealing with older women? Happiness. And younger woman. Okay. What is the next message going to be for the gay men out there? Alright. Why family room? Fair man. Dolphin. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Okay, so financial gain that allows you to get a home, move. Could even be through real estate for those that deal in real estate. Okay. Why thief? Okay, got 3 cards. Alright, Vine. Seek out information that will help you. Butterfly. A change for the better. And needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Okay, so kind of a specific message. Okay, so for the men out there, you're being highlighted here. Seek out information that will help you. Either there's someone you can't trust around you somewhere. I do see a change for the better and a wish being granted. Now, if it's not that, then you might have to do some sleuthing yourself. Private eye Pisces, I guess. Interesting. I don't know what that's about. I have no idea. A wish is going to be granted, though. Alright, why change? Alright, hand. In need of help, assistance, and guidance. Chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. Okay. So, when you've been, in need of a good relationship, I see things are changing. And especially for the gay men out there. Now you are, finding happiness too. What the hell are these oracle messages in this reading? Alright, I'm done with you, Pisces. Leave me alone. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.